Welcome back. Today we want to talk about a very famous racer, but first we want to thank you for all your subscriptions, and we want to welcome you to the family, and we hope you enjoy the show today. For some odd reason, New Zealand produced a lot of racers back in the early days. Ivan Major, Barry Briggs, and Ronnie Moore. What's amazing with this athlete, he was like an old guy when he did this. His name is Burt Munro. Burt was born March 25th, 1899. I wish I was born in 1899. No, I don't wish I was born. I wouldn't be here if I was born in 1899. Burt was born in New Zealand in 1899, and he was best known for his 3 world speed records. It was August 26, 1967, and he set that record. And it still stands today. He did it on a 47-year-old Indian motorcycle. It was 47 years old, and he set the world record. What's amazing about Burt is he was 68 years old when he set the 1000cc and under world record. Burt held several jobs in his 78 years as a worker. He was a carpenter, he was a guard, he was a mechanic, he was a salesman, and he fixed his motorcycle and made it run real fast. At the age of 39, Burt set the New Zealand speed record. In 1938, he was 39 years old, and he set 7 more New Zealand speed records. Burt wasn't a very rich guy, so he had to work as a motorcycle salesman, and later he became a motorcycle mechanic. Why? So he could work on his 1920 Indian motorcycle and make it go fast. He would custom make parts, and he would mold parts, and he would machine parts. To what? To make the bike go faster. The guy was just a speed demon, Burt Munro. Burt would take a boat from New Zealand all the way to America, and then he would go to Salt Lake, and he'd bring his bike. It was just a big journey back in those days. The guy had no money, so he wasn't like first class on the airplane. He was doing the slow boat to China. I mean, to Salt Lake City.
From New Zealand? Where? What the hell are you?
He set 3 world records, 1962, 1966, and 1967. One time, Burt rode his Indian motorcycle, his 1920 Indian motorcycle, over 200 miles an hour. I think it was like 206 miles an hour, which is over 320 kilometers an hour. That is just insane.
He's got no parachute, he's got no brakes.
Don't you scared you'll kill yourself if you crash?
That is just insane for an old guy. He was like 66 or something, an old guy. He should be in his rocking chair. And what's Burt doing? he's speed racing and setting records on his Indian motorcycle, his 1920 Indian motorcycle.
How fast you were going back there?
Yeah, about 150, 160 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
In 1962, Burt set the 883 and under speed record. His speed was 179 miles an hour. In 1966, he set the 1000cc record at 169 miles an hour. How did he do that? He went 10 miles an hour slower and set that record on the 1000. Go figure. And in 1967, Burt set the 950cc record at 184 miles an hour. And actually, he did an unofficial record of 206 miles an hour on that old Indian motorcycle. That's amazing. In 1977, Burt suffered a stroke and his health was deteriorating. He didn't know what to do with his Indian motorcycles, his beloved Indian motorcycles. He had a couple. And he went ahead and sold them to a friend in New Zealand. Why? Because he wanted his bikes to stay in his home country, New Zealand, forever. January 6, 1978, Burt passed away at the age of 78 of natural causes in New Zealand. In 2005, a movie was made about Burt. Did you see that movie? I did. It was really good. The Fastest Indian. The movie starred Anthony Hopkins. He did a really good job, by the way. It depicted an old man from New Zealand who went on a boat, took his motorcycle, and 10 times and tried to set the world record. And he accomplished it 3 times. It's a story of his struggles, of his stress, being a poor man, basically, and fighting to set the world record. And he did it 3 times in those 10 attempts. It's just an amazing movie. If you haven't seen it, go see that movie. It's really great. 2005, The Fastest Indian. In 2006, Burt was inducted to the Hall of Fame at the AMA Motorcycle Racing Association. Burt is in the Hall of Fame. New Zealand produced some really crazy speed demons. Like I say, you had Barry Briggs, Ivan Major, Ronnie Moore, and then you have Burt Munro. I raced Speedway back a few years ago after these guys, and they just didn't have the good riders in New Zealand like they had in the early days. Well, that's it. Thank you so much for watching the vlog. Appreciate your subscribing to the channel, joining the family. Really appreciate that. We hope you enjoyed the Burt Munro blog. It's just really amazing story. He was like 68 years old when he set these records, an old man. And he was just an amazing talent. I mean, tip our hats to Burt Munro. So please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell.